The Hawks are a finals-hardened unit. This is their 5th night grand final in just 8 years. For the Lions, new territory. Their first grand final in 14 years, and at the start of this competition they were quoted at 50-1. There's a carnival atmosphere here at Waverley Park before this final. Fireworks prior to the game, and no doubt there'll be plenty during this match. And that fireworks display, incidentally, literally shook the Waverley Park foundations. This is the 1992 Foster's Cup Grand Final. Hawthorn and Fitzroy, live from Waverley Park. Yes, good evening everyone and welcome to Waverley Park. As I said, a marvellous atmosphere for this 1992 Foster's Cup Grand Final, and what a beauty it should be. David and Goliath, Fitzroy and Hawthorn. There's always been a big question mark over Paul Roos, but as you can see, he's stripped and out on the ground. Let's have a look and see how these two sides made it through to the finals. Hawthorn had the bye by virtue of their performances last season. They then defeated Richmond and Geelong very convincingly. Fitzroy had a close one against North Melbourne, but then they too were very convincing, firstly against Sydney and more particularly against the Adelaide Crows. Joining me tonight amongst a cast of thousands are two former champions. They know what finals are all about, and that is Ian Robertson and Bernie Quinlan. Gentlemen, welcome. And to you first, Bernie, shades of 78 as the hair on the back of the neck starting to rise.
Yes, Andy, I must admit, when I heard the Fitzroy theme song playing as the players ran onto the ground, I got a few goosebumps down the back, and it's just great to see. Ready to go.
All right, boys, let's have a look at the squads.
Fantastic night, Sandy. Hawthorn, of course, it's very, very similar. The names are still there. Paul Deere, Greg Deere, Brereton. I mean, you can go on and on and on about Hawthorn. They are just a great football club and a great football team.
They sure are, and well done Hawthorn to get to the grand final again. The Fitzroy squad. We believe that Paul Roos will be playing, and that is a big plus for Fitzroy. As we have a look at the lineups there, Michael Gale ran out on the ground. There were 24 players ran onto the ground, so there's two players that we're not too sure about, but their form has been very impressive, and it is fantastic that Paul Roos is playing.
So the Lions keeping us guessing. We'll take a break and then be back with all the action here at Waverley Park. Gary Ayres, who was acting captain in Hawthorn's triumph this time last year. Fitzroy, Robert Shaw has done a wonderful job with this group of youngsters, and their skipper is Paul Roos for the season. There's been a lot of talk about his fitness, so too about this man, Dermot Brereton's fitness, but they are both out on the ground. On the boundary line tonight, Gerard Healy and Tim Watson will keep us up to date with everything. Lovely night for football, though, as it's time now for the Mitsubishi Motors Ground Report. We welcome Gerard Healy.
Well, you're dead right, Sandy. It is a beautiful night. There's a great atmosphere down here on the ground. Looking at the Mitsubishi Motors weatherometer, we've got a current temperature of 17.2 with an expected overnight low of 15 degrees. Humidity is 65%. And there's virtually no wind. The ground's in excellent condition, although it could get a little slippery later in the game. And the forecast is for cloudy periods with a chance of a shower or two.
Thank you, Gerard.